Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David
And
Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
And welcome to On the Air with Power Squared. This week is our August 2021 update.
Yes.
We talk about everybody in the creative team and where are we with what's going on with Power Squared.
Yes.
So, where are we? What's going on with Power Squared? Um, so, the project I want us to kind of work on this month is the covers for the BD. And I don't know if you had any thoughts. We sent you kind of an idea about the back cover about a week ago.
You're talking to me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely starting that this month. Progress on the first pages for issue 19 was pretty slow just because I've had a really busy past month or so. So I was focusing on finishing those up. So I had something for Julia and Trevor to work on, just in case. So those are kind of on the back burner until just now because I know you guys wanted it to be done by like September. So now is definitely the time to work on these BD covers.
Yeah, the end
So
of
I did the
August.
pencils.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It was the end of August, but go ahead.
Yeah. It'll definitely be done by then for sure. Definitely, I did the pencils for the front cover, and I started the thumbnails on the back cover. And, I don't remember if you guys said the front cover was good to go ahead, or did you want to show
Yeah,
it to Artithburg first?
I think we told you that we had shown it to Artith Merrick and they liked it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna move ahead with those soon. Did we hear anything about the thumbnails for the back cover?
No, because we're not. I'm not showing them thumbnails. We had an
Oh,
idea
okay.
for the back cover, where it would be them in the. I know we're doing one of them in the coffee shop, but I wanted to see one sort of at kind of eye level, as opposed to
Okay.
looking
Yeah,
down.
that's right. I remember now. I'm just a little mixed up in my mind because I'm trying to like get my shit together.
Same.
So can we show you the cover so far?
All right, let's see.
Maybe. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Screen.
Yeah.
Ooh, the thing is happening.
There you go.
There we go.
So that's the cover. Yeah, they not sure what we're looking at. Okay. Yeah, they liked the cover and Steve liked it and Andrew liked it as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell you that part, but Andrew liked it. So
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this idea. I like, not to toot my own horn, but I like the idea of having the corresponding locations, like the science building for Eli and Marty, and the what do you want to call it? The lab for the villains.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
well, good. They liked it too. So I think it's a good start. So yeah, if we could kind of move forward with, I guess inking it,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then with the back cover, yeah, I didn't show him the ideas because I wanted to see the one that I asked about.
Right, that's right. Yeah, I remember now.
So
So I'm definitely gonna get those done. I think I'll be able to get those done within the next week, and then yeah.
okay, 'cause we're sort of taking a little hiatus on 19, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I did start the thumbnails for the next set of pages today.
okay,
So I know I'm a little bit behind on that. Like I've said, life has been a little bit crazy for me lately, but I'm getting to move on with those.
okay. Well, it's okay if you're behind because we're behind other places too. But we're. I'd like to. I mean, Trevor, where are you? Where are you with the lettering?
mostly finished the lettering for the remastered pages, and then after that I was going to get to whatever there is for the next issue.
Okay. So that to me is as important, I guess, to make sure that's all done too.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be futzing with this in October when they want to start doing the Kickstarter. So I'd like to be kind of done and moved on.
Yeah.
And then we've sent to Comicsology.
Yeah.
Cosmicology, yeah.
Comic cosmetology
It's
is a thing.
it's an interplanetary system.
Comiconology.
Yes. Issue 12. So hopefully that'll be coming out either later this month or in September.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to interfere with the Kickstarter, which is, I guess, supposed to be the end of October.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then I guess at some point they're going to ask us for blank pages without the words.
Right.
Yeah. So which we have as well. So we'll be getting then to 13 and finally getting to something Julia's worked on.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a lead, but I feel bad that we're so slow at putting them out.
Yeah.
We're trying to build anticipation with I don't know who. The next one's coming. So anyway, that should come out soon. So anyway, that's kind of, and then we had our 100th OAPS last week.
Yay!
It was fun.
Yeah.
We had Carla Hoke,
Yeah.
who was the Fight Right author.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
She was a good guest.
Yeah, great. You know, one of those people you just ask a question, they really talk.
Yeah. Which really helps with the interview because
Yeah.
you don't have to ask as many questions.
We try to have some prepared questions. It's like, oh, she already covered that. No. So, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I guess the plan for us is to go to it's Free Comic Book Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we blew that before,
Yeah.
we're like 3 months early or something. But,
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to, I guess next week, kind of review what we get,
Yeah.
what the hey, and then we're gonna talk to some people doing a Kickstarter,
Yeah.
and then you want to come back to issue 19.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about these guys.
So anyway, that's kind of where we're moving.
Yeah.
Working on the pitch.
Yes. The ethereal pitch.
It's been out there. We were taking a class at UCLA right before the lockdown.
Yeah.
And how to do
Right before the
Yeah.
lockdown.
Oh no.
It was the Saturday before everything shut down.
Yeah. But it was about pitching. I think it was geared more. It wasn't geared towards like animated
No, we're the only people that are doing it,
series.
yeah.
We're the only ones that were doing an animated series. But we still got a lot out of it, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But it was, we're the only ones. Everybody else was doing a television series or a movie or something.
Yeah. Like live action.
Live action television. Yeah. So it's animated. And we're the only ones. There are two of us doing it too. Everybody else is
Yeah.
lone wolves.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, the thing about they always tell you about pitches is, we've been to a couple of things about animated series pitches. Went to something at
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero. I'm terrible with names. And I think a couple other things. I guess we went to two things at Ground Zero.
Yeah.
And you'll know who to talk to. Okay, that's the problem. I don't know who to talk to. They act like everybody's already working in animation, so you just talk to somebody you already know.
Yeah. Just not very helpful if you're just starting out.
Yeah, try to pitch something.
It's like, you'll know who to talk to. God, I hope so.
They'll present
Talking to
themselves.
people. Talking to people, what's that?
Yeah. You
There'll
talk.
be a shining light over them. There'll be like a halo, like around them, like in WoW,
What?
when they have a new quest.
Yeah.
God, is that you?
So, anything going on in people's lives they want to share with the vast audience of OAPS?
I know I mentioned I've been having like a busy ass life lately.
Yeah.
my husband got his citizenship. It was like such a hard fight to fight, but we got it. We had to just like,
Aw.
it's a big battle with bureaucracy and immigration. But he got his citizenship, and he's working on getting his passport, which means he'll have a U.S. passport before I do. But we're very excited for him. But it means going back and forth through the city, and it might be nearby, but it takes time. So I've just been a puddle of exhaustion,
How,
kind of shuffling from one point to the other this past month.
how long does it take to get a citizenship?
Well, if you're consider, I guess it depends on what point you're coming from. Like, I believe he actually applied for citizenship last October, and he had the interview about a month ago. He just got the certificate this Monday.
Has he been
When it comes
sworn
to
in
like,
yet?
oh yeah, you have like a little oath that you go to, and then you get the certificate, and that certifies everything, that makes it official.
Okay.
You can use that to like get a passport and whatever else citizens do.
Citizen thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Citizen things, he said.
Oh yeah, things.
Vote
I've
and
always told him
drink
once he becomes a citizen. Yeah, I've always said once he becomes a citizen, we're gonna have voting dates.
And he gets to do jury duty.
Um,
That's fun too.
Oh yeah. I learned only recently that while I was away at school in Savannah, I got jury duty summons for here in Pennsylvania. I had no idea. My mom was just like, "Oh, I'll take care of that for you," without telling me, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, you didn't get arrested, so that's good.
I didn't get arrested.
Just don't get
Hopefully,
pulled
there's
over.
no
Like,
warrants out.
isn't it like a warranted offense? Like, if you don't go in for jury duty, they can technically.
I think
warrant
so,
you.
unless you
Either
like
warranted
call and
arrest
have a
or
reason.
fine.
But they have to know that you
Yeah.
got the.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it's against the law not to respond to the jury summons. So,
Yeah.
but if you don't respond, then they don't really know you got it. You can always blame the mail. But
Can't really arrest me if I didn't know. Oh,
I
did,
just-
did
I just-
anyone?
what?
Sorry, go.
I just did
I
jury
said, did-
duty.
Nice.
and it
Did you
was-
just log in, or did you
it
have to
was
go to the
ca-
courthouse?
I called in because I figured that'd be longer and maybe because if you log in, it's quick. Somebody calling late, and I never had to go in. So
Yeah.
It's a one here. It's you have to go in at least one day if they call you in.
Yeah.
And sit around but now with COVID,
Yeah.
they don't want to have people just sitting around.
Yeah.
So now's the time
I
to do it.
Yeah, I remember one time I actually was told to go to the courthouse on the day because I did the whole login thing, but I forgot one day, and they're just like, "Yeah, just go in, you'll be fine." So when I went, I'm about to go into the courthouse for a case, and then they send us all back down to the lobby, and then like 2 hours later, they just give us a thing going, "Hey, you completed your summons, go home."
Right.
I was like this close to going into a case, and then they're just like, "No, just go back downstairs."
Well,
Nice.
one of the things I heard about sitting on a jury is a lot of times when a defendant actually sees a jury being, sat, they go, "Oh well, I plead guilty," or work out something because they're afraid of,
Like,
being
listen,
convicted.
Yeah.
I will.
or
Yeah.
they work out a deal or something. But
Yeah.
sometimes sitting in a jury is enough to get the thing kind of settled.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not.
So did anyone else get jury duty during the pandemic besides you?
I was gonna say my mom. Oh really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh no.
This was my second summons during the pandemic.
Really?
I got
During
out-
the pandemic?
I
God.
got I got out of the first one by getting a medical excuse because I didn't want to. I wasn't vaccinated. I wasn't going to go down and catch it from
Same.
somebody. So they put it off
Fair.
theoretically for 12 months, and then 8 months later I get a summons again. So anyway,
Wow.
I still did the login when I wasn't vaccinated because I didn't want to get in trouble. So I'm just like, "Oh, fine, I'll do it." And then they just told me, "Yeah, you don't have to go."
that's good. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And Trevor, you're coming up in October.
Yes.
Oh,
I
no.
put mine off. I put mine off because I wasn't vaccinated.
Remembering.
I didn't know you can do that, so I
Oh,
just did it like a good person and just logged in like a good citizen.
Remembering from our conversation with Carla Hook, she brought up with fighting, like street fights as it applies to the law. Reasonable is actually dependent on what the jury thinks is reasonable.
Yeah, that was. So
And
It's like, "Oh, he punched you in the face for something you shouldn't have said to him. Yeah, warranted.
Yeah.
Kick and go.
In her book, she has a chapter with a lawyer from Texas, so things I would assume are a little looser down there. But you can't, like, if somebody punches you, then you can punch them back, but you can't, like, shoot them dead because they punched you or something like that. That's,
Yeah.
It's an eye for an eye, not an eye for a kidney.
Yeah.
And the definition of deadly force is actually broader than you'd think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, anything that could theoretically lead to death, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a fatal. It doesn't have to be a fatal hit. It just has to be something that could be.
Right.
So, like, if it would have been manslaughter, if it was close to manslaughter, it could be a thing, kind of reasoning, or.
I am not a lawyer.
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
know.
We didn't get into
Yeah, but
case specific. What about second-degree manslaughter?
But death of a person.
We didn't really get into that kind of detail with her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I feel ashamed. That's hard.
Oh, no.
No. Anyway, so, and you had a bird in your store?
Oh yeah. So
Oh no.
we're like, so I work in a warehouse, so we keep like the back door open because it's like a garage area, and then sometimes some birds will fly inside, I guess. So I guess one managed to go into the front of our store, and then I start hearing a pigeon, and then I look up, and then I'm just like, I know there's a bird in the front of the store, and then he goes in with like a stick, with like a poking stick or something. It was like it's something we use to like take out the lanterns if someone asks to see like a chandelier or
Something up
something.
high up. Yeah.
Yeah, like like those clothes things. But anyways, so he goes in and he's like talking to me in Spanish, going like I don't see a bird. And then when he's about to leave, and I'm just like, me and like my coworker are just like, see, we're not crazy. There's a bird right there. So he starts poking the bird all around the store to try to get him out. Now here's the problem: we have like a bunch of like brass chandeliers in the store, and some of them are pointy. So add that with also like a shit ton of mirrors going all the way around the store, and us
No.
trying to point it to the door, and us having a ceiling window. We're just like, yeah, this bird isn't gonna get out of here.
Oh no.
No, because when he was close, he would go up the ceiling, hit his head, and then hit the mirror, and then he would just plop there. And then when we try to grab him, he'll just fly around. So we just gave up. We just gave up after like a bit of the morning because he was hiding in some of the tables on this on the shelf area. So we're just like, nah, just leave him alone. And then he starts flying around again, and then he finally gets tired. So our coworker just grabs him, and then just has it in his hand. He's just like, well, we gotta let you go now, buddy.
Oh no. That reminds me of, have you seen those TikToks with the guy who just like grabs seagulls at like their neck?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen the one with the kid? Like something like there was like this toddler, and then the seagull or whatever took food out of the toddler's hand, and the kid just grabs it and then just takes the food out of its mouth.
I remember I have seen that. Oh my lord.
I'm like, that child's got guts, and I
Yeah.
respect it.
Anyway, your story reminded me of how it's coming to me now, Pennsylvania versus Georgia. Since I moved recently. In Pennsylvania, we don't really see birds come into the grocery stores ever. In Georgia, they would come into the grocery stores all the time. I guess they just enjoyed doing their grocery shopping. But I remember I worked at the Whole Foods in Savannah, and there were more than a few birds that would come in. And at one point, there was a bird that was stuck in like the beginning area where they keep the carts.
Huh?
So our assistant manager decided to just close the doors, the automatic doors, so that the bird couldn't get out. So no one could use those doors. They had to go through the other doors, and it was just like all for this bird.
Yeah.
And the bird is
Birds,
still
man.
there.
You can still hear the tweeting
That's
to this day.
right. It's a ghost bird.
The problem was at our store we had to get it out before we closed because like we have a security system that's like really like body sensitive. So if they even senses like some sort of movement, it'll call the police, and we're just like, yeah, I gotta get this bird
Oh
out.
no.
Yeah, 'cause, like, we got like some pretty expensive furniture. We gotta make sure no one takes it.
I'm gonna say, do the birds ever like mess up the inventory when they're in there?
No, well, I haven't seen bird poop in the store yet, so I'm assuming no.
Okay.
Because they usually
fingers
get out by.
crossed.
What I've seen, they usually get out by 5. But the thing is, it was like in the front of our warehouse, not in the back, where it was like there was like a big area for them to leave. We just had a tiny door, so we're just like, Yeah, we gotta use brute force. Which was having the
Aw.
bird hit itself in the mirror a few times, and then we just grab it.
And you just grab it.
The tried and true system. All right.
Yeah.
We
Felt so bad though, because when we grabbed it, there was like a little gash on its head, and I just look at the bird going, "See, this is what happens when you hide in a warehouse."
You
Oh,
disobey
he just
me.
wanted some furniture.
For his
Honest
birdhouse.
price
right?
range.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a point where our boss even joked around, "Should we put a price tag on the bird? How much you want to sell it for?"
Please take him.
You
I don't
catch
want
it,
him
you
here.
take it. That's good. Little challenge.
Oh, poor bastard.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
I guess I'll share a bird story and
This is. We should change it to talking birds. Okay.
so yeah, in college, one of those temporary buildings, and the door was open, and a bird just flew in, and the class stopped cold so we could focus on getting it out of the room.
Oh no.
That's what I call teamwork.
And one time at CISA in front of the library, there was a Canadian goose, and everyone just like watched it.
Untitled goose in real life.
Somehow seemed lost.
Yikes.
Maybe.
Did it keep on stealing people's keys?
No, but that would be funny. I think that's it.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Bird stories or? Well, congratulations.
Thinking about issue 19.
Anything you want to talk about with
'Cause,
issue 19? That's kind of why we're here.
I guess I can't remember what we talked about last time or at what point we were at, but I was thinking about like how you showed off the Yu-Gi-Oh cards with the Kamaitachi.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think you mentioned a specific trait of one of the character designs. Yeah. And I was wondering how the number one's weapons work. So I looked up the Wikipedia page for like this specific character, and I was like, oh, there's no pictures. I guess I gotta go find the episode that they're in so I can see what they look like. So I watched a Yu-Gi-Oh episode with these Kamaitachi in them so that I could, for research.
Okay, so you're going the extra mile. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. But I think after that point, I decided to add the chain to one of the Kamaitachi sickle, which is like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, it's so cool, but it's so hard to draw.
Did you enjoy the episode at least?
It was all right.
That's high praise. It was all right. So, no other stories? Anybody else want to share? Maybe, all right.
We got an angry customer. The stuff.
And why was he
No.
angry? What did you do?
The
Because I
disabled
guess-
Karen.
Okay, what's the equivalency of a male Karen? Like, what's the name? What name would you
I
use?
say the Kyle.
Okay, Kyle. Oh no! I actually have a friend named Kyle in school.
Oh no.
Oh no!
No, I've heard.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just like, Kyle and Karen? No. Anyways. No, because, like, I remember one morning, it's like, we're not even open yet, and then this dude, he calls me going, like, is your boss there? I need to talk to him about some tiles. We're missing some stuff. We got some piece of crud. I'm just like, I'm not really scared that I'm being threatened. It's just, it's too early to be this angry, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't say it to his face. I'm just like, how can you be so angry this early in the morning over tiles? I understand you have work to do, but buddy, sir, I just work here.
Oh no.
And he was like a good talk of a bad joke for like a week.
Oh no.
Because he kept on calling us afterwards.
Oh.
Oh no.
Did it ever get resolved?
I don't know. We just gave it to our boss, and he guess he took care of it.
All right. He's not calling anymore.
I don't. Tiles aren't my expertise in this field.
All right.
That's a nice thing about not being a boss or a manager. Is
Yeah.
if someone's angry, you can just be like, I'll direct you to this person.
Pretty much.
What you don't want is then the person you direct them to come back and say, "Why is this person angry?"
Yeah.
Well, if he did,
That's not
the thing
fun.
is, he threatened like if he doesn't call me in like 5 minutes, I'm going over to your location. I'm just like, if you come here, you're just going to see a tiny 5'3" looking child manning the phone. Have fun with that. Like, I will either cry or kick your ass, and it'll be funny either way.
Or both at the same time.
Pretty much.
While you're crying.
Stop resisting, sir. You started.
That'd be good. I'd like to see that.
All right. So,
Pretty much.
All right. You want to do your little YouTube?
Yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
So until next week, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
And this has been On the Air with Power Squared.